And now, a British TV watch list Zoom In. We're focusing the lens on one standout actor who deserves a closer look. Let's get stuck in.
Welcome back to the British TV watch list Zoom In, where we focus on one actor, director, or writer who contributes greatly to the British TV world. In 2024, John Simm appeared on an ITV Ancestry program with his friend and co-star Philip Glenister. He agreed partly as a favor. Neither expected it to upend Simm's sense of himself. A DNA test revealed that the man who raised him, Ron Simm, the Manchester musician who put a guitar in his hands, was not his biological father. John was 54. He said, "It spun my world. Everything I thought I knew wasn't real." His biological father turned out to be a man named Terry Smith. Terry Smith died in 1998 without knowing he had a son. John and Ron had actually played working men's clubs in Terry's area. There's a real chance they were in the same room and no one knew. Can you imagine living life like that? Hard to imagine. I can imagine you supporting this podcast. I wish you would. No pressure, but if you have it in your heart, that'd be great. Visit our Patreon site and become a regular supporter. You can also support us by shopping at Cozy Earth or pinsandaces.com, their websites. Use our promo code BTVW1. You get 30% off when you check out. John Simm was born July 10th, 1970 in Leeds. There are 3 kids in the family. John is the eldest. The family moved often across the Northwest: Blackpool, Manchester, Nelson, Burnley, and Colne. Ron Simm was a working musician. He played clubs, pubs, wherever the work was. John was part of the act as early as 12. He was singing and playing guitar alongside his dad in the same rooms where his biological father may have been sitting in the crowd, like we said. At 16, he enrolled at Blackpool and the Fylde College. He appeared in Guys and Dolls and West Side Story, then decided musical theater wasn't for him. He joined an amateur dramatic group, played the leads in Billy Liar and Amadeus. Then, at 19, moved to London to train at the Drama Centre. It's a demanding classical school built on Stanislavski's method acting system. His early television work was the usual fare for a young northern actor: Rumpole of the Bailey, Heartbeat, and The Bill. The breakthrough came in 1995 in 2 episodes of Cracker. Simm played Bill Priest, a troubled teenager, and the performance got noticed. That same year, he won Best Actor at the Valencia Film Festival for his film debut in Boston Kickout. The late 90s were good to him. In 1997, he played Danny Kavanagh in The Lakes, Jimmy McGovern's bleak BBC drama set in the Lake District. He returned for the second season in 1999, then played Jip in Human Traffic, the cult clubbing film that captured a very specific moment in British youth culture. Music ran parallel to the acting throughout this period. He was a founding member of Magic Alex. It's a rock band named after a figure in Beatles lore. They supported Echo and the Bunnymen on tour. He played guitar on Ian McCulloch's solo album and performed Joy Division's Digital on stage with New Order. The band later chose him to induct Joy Division and New Order into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. In 2002, director Michael Winterbottom cast him as Bernard Sumner in 24-Hour Party People. That same year, he played Raskolnikov in the BBC's Crime and Punishment. Then State of Play in 2003, a political thriller about journalism and corruption. Simm played Cal McCaffrey. Good stuff, according to some. In 2006, Life on Mars arrived on BBC One. Simm played DCI Sam Tyler, a Manchester police officer who wakes up in 1973 after a car accident, surrounded by officers who smoke indoors, rough up suspects, and answer to Gene Hunt. The show was enormously popular. It earned Simm a BAFTA nomination. He stayed for 2 seasons, then walked. He said he had taken that character as far as he could. Life on Mars became a classic. A year later, Russell T. Davies asked him to play the Master in Doctor Who, the Doctor's oldest enemy. His children were big fans, so he said yes for them. What he delivered was unhinged, charismatic, frightening. He reprised the role in the 2009 Christmas special and again in the 2017 finale. Doctor Who magazine readers voted him Best Guest Actor. His kids were pleased. Theater has always run alongside the television work. In 2007, Ailing at the Bush Theatre earned him an Olivier Award nomination. He has since played Hamlet, Macbeth, Harold Pinter in the West End, and Ebenezer Scrooge at the Old Vic in 2024. Critics called it tremendous. Pinter is a particular love. Simm says, when you get the chance to do it, you do it. The years that followed were productive. The Devil's Whore, Exile in 2011 opposite Jim Broadbent, and a second BAFTA nomination. Prey in 2014, that won him the Royal Television Society Award for Best Performance in a Drama. He tried American television twice, Intruders for BBC America and The Catch for ABC. Neither clicked. He was close to moving his family to Los Angeles when ABC canceled The Catch. He also filmed the pilot for a Game of Thrones prequel that HBO eventually shelved. In 2021, he took the lead in ITV's Grace. I watched that on BritBox. Grace is a Brighton crime series adapted from Peter James's novels. Detective Superintendent Roy Grace is a detective who's plagued by the disappearance of his wife. Very internal character. Simm has been very good in it, and the series returned for a 6th season in 2026. In 2025, he starred opposite Zoe Tapper in Jack Wright, also another good one. That's a darkly comic murder mystery written by Unforgotten's Chris Lang. The BBC picked it up and commissioned a 2nd season. Off-screen, he still plays guitar. He reads Dickens, Dostoevsky, and the classics. He's a Manchester United supporter. He's been married since 2004 to actress Kate McGowan, and they have 2 children, Ryan, born in 2001, and Molly, born in 2007. He's comfortable alone, always has been. He can close himself off, go quite cold when needed. Sounds like a stereotypical actor. He's played a time-traveling detective, the devil of Doctor Who, a drug-addicted raver, a political journalist, Raskolnikov, Hamlet, Macbeth, and Scrooge. He toured in a rock band, played working men's clubs at 12 years old, and discovered his biological father at age 54 on national television. And that's your British TV watch list zoom in. John Simm. If you'd like to support this podcast, please do check out our Patreon site. You can also support us by shopping at Cozy Earth or pinsandaces.com and use our promo code BTVW1 to get up to 30% off when you check out. Thanks for listening and for your support of the British TV watch list.
The British TV watch list zoom in. Remember to like and subscribe to the British TV Watchlist podcast and Substack. Thanks for listening. All rights reserved. Copyright 2026. Michael T. Media.